Hey fellas, how's it going? It has been a minute as I've not really been playing the game much. Not a fan of the current Ripku versus Super Boo meta, and I'm personally waiting for the ban list to shake things up, which brings me into the topic of today's video. The ban list. We're going to discuss cards that could potentially be on it, as well as cards that I've seen people say they want to get banned, and I'll give my opinions on those. And yeah, let's just jump right into this, and we'll start by looking at some blue cards. Obviously, we need to start by talking about Pilaf. It is a card that I 100% think needs to be banned. He generates way too much value in the end game to be healthy. And he almost single-handedly can turn a neutral position into either a winning position or a losing position. And a one-cost card should not be able to have that ability. And what do I mean by that? Here's the example. Let's say you're against blue. For simplicity, you're both at 4 life, 5 cards in hand, 7 energy, we'll say. One of blue's cards is Pilaf, so he can play the Pilaf to pick up a Pilaf. And now he's got options. He could do that again to pick up as many Pilafs as he has, pick up another card maybe, and just have a defense for the next turn. And you're going to have to give up resources to get through that. Or he's picking up the Pilaf to play the second Pilaf to pick up Final Hope, and now he's pressuring you without losing any resources, and you're slowly going to bleed to death. It's not good for the game, and does need to go. I've seen the argument made that Final Hope needs to get banned for the same reasons as Pilaf, but in my opinion, if you ban one of the cards, you don't really need to get rid of the other one since they work together. And I do think Pilaf is the correct ban in this scenario. And the reason for that is Pilaf is always only ever going to be picking up himself, which alone is a problem, but it is what it is, where there's room for Final Hope to find other uses in the game, and more creativity could come from its inclusion as opposed to Pilaf. Because, as I just said, Pilaf is only ever going to be picking up himself to maintain that advantage, where you could find some fun, neat things to do with Final Hope. Regardless, I don't think you need to get rid of both of them. 2 more blue cards I see mentioned a lot that are in the same deck. The 1-cost Videl and Short Hair. I will go ahead and say I think Short Hair is a silly card. Just being able to draw 3 and then you put the worst card in your hand on top of your deck, and then you can pick up Short Hair again is kind of ridiculous. As far as the 1-cost Videl goes, in a world where Pilaf loops don't exist, I think she's fine. I don't mind her even using her Final Hope loop, because there's conditions tied to it. You need to have the Satan City on top of your deck, and you can only do it once. You're only playing the Videl once that turn. Like, as soon as you activate the 1-cost effect, you can't play Videl for the turn. That's fine. You have to put more thought into sequencing that turn, as opposed to just peel off, pick up peel off, Final Hope, just start swinging. So I think in a world without peel off, 1-cost Videl is perfectly fine. As far as red cards go, the only card I consistently see brought up whenever bans are discussed is the 6-cost Goku Secret Rare. In my opinion, that's a ridiculous card to ask to get banned. It's a 6-cost Secret Rare boss card. I'll concede it's the strongest of the boss cards, but it's not this unanswerable monster. Every color can answer it. In fact, every color can answer it with their boss card, Vegito being the weakest of the boss cards answering this because it just bounces it back. That being said, blue has plenty of other options for dealing with this card, and as the game goes on, that's just going to become true for every other color. As we get more cards, there are going to be more cards that answer 6 and above. So I don't think this is worthy of being banned. If it was also a double striker with this effect, I'd be convinced, but it's not, so it's just fine as it is. There's one green card that's consistently brought up whenever bans are discussed, and that is the 4-cost Android ramp card. It does limit future design as far as ramp strategies are concerned, because any ramping they want to do that isn't leader locked, androids will just do best by default based on this card existing. So I could see them ban or limit this card based on that alone. They have done that to cards in Masters for the sake of future design. As far as this card's power scaling goes, I don't think it's ban-worthy. If you asked me 2 sets ago, I might have said, yeah, it needs to go. But where it is now, and where we are now, I no longer agree with that, especially when you consider going into next set where on Android's turn 4, they're playing this card. On Broly's turn 4, he is playing an 8-cost Broly. So, yeah, that's gonna be fun next set. The point is, I don't see this card needing to be banned based on its power, but I could see Bandai banning it or limiting it for the sake of future design. Now we're on to yellow, and I know I'm gonna get flack for this one because I already have I Will Die on this hill. That all being said, please let me make my case. The cards I see brought up are Bobbity and Buhan. The Bobbity plays out the Buhan, you pop the Bobbity, your opponent discards 2. I do not think these cards need to be banned. The discard aspect of Super Buu is the deck's entire identity. If you ban these cards, you might as well just play Ultra Vegeta 1 because he just becomes a better Super Buu at that point. Everything he does is better except for his turn 5. Other than that, he is just better than Super Buu if you remove the discard. Now, the card that does need to get banned in Super Buu 100% is the buff Restander 30k. Because when you combine that with the discard, that's completely obscene. He should not be able to put out that much pressure while discarding. It's one or the other, and I think you get rid of the Restander so that it has a different identity than Ultra Vegeta 1. Oh, also, Black exists. There's not much else to say about them in the context of this video. So that'll be the end, I suppose. Thanks for watching, once again, and until next time, whenever that is, because I've not been playing Fusion World as I do not enjoy the current meta. It's a lot like Set 2 where I took a hiatus due to Topku. So, yeah, until next time, take care, and I'll see y'all later.